This Heritage Month, let us all celebrate the best in us and our past and project it into a future that's alive with financial possibilities. By investing in retail savings bonds, we can all rest assured of a healthy financial future. Invest now in a proudly South African product that offers guaranteed returns without charging any fees or commissions. Visit rsaRetailBonds.gov.za for more information. RSA Retail Savings Bonds. It is the smart way to save.
In essence, the product allows South Africans to invest without incurring any costs, because there are no costs involved, there are no risks involved. It is fully backed by the national government. The campaign was designed to drive awareness with regarding to savings as a national concept. We believe that South Africans are not saving at the moment. So the product is basically there to enable them to save. I think in terms of our marketing objectives, it was also basically to drive, to create awareness regarding our, the advantages of savings saving in retail savings bonds. It was also obviously mainly to increase our investor base. Although we wanted to retain the current market that we have, it was also just to create a new market for us, especially targeting younger investors, because we found that we have a lot of older people that are investing or that have invested in the product. So in essence, it was to drive sales and to create awareness around savings. Look, from our point of view, it's always difficult when we have to sort of communicate the message, because we have a very broad target market, which is basically inclusive of all South Africans. So at the end of the day, we had to then have a sort of a two-pronged strategy. One, targeting people that we knew were able to invest, obviously using your high-end stations and your commercial stations. The other was obviously a mandate that as a government department we have, which is to communicate the savings message to people and to enable people to get information about the product. Even though, we at some points we believe that, they might not be able to afford to invest, but we just felt that at the end of the day, it's our mandate to let them know.
In terms of our relationship with National Treasury through the retail savings bonds, we were given a set of objectives which included creating awareness for the brand, as well as really emphasize the importance of saving, particularly to the entire nation, South Africa, and then differentiate the product, build new markets, and maintain the old markets as well. So it's a broad objective, really, but how we went about addressing those needs was we took our educational message first to the community radio platforms, as well as the African language radio platforms, because that's where those markets are sitting. You need to have conversations with them so that by the time they have to make that decision, they are aware that there is this product in the market which they can utilize. And also part of the solution was really to create a buzz in the market through short-term sponsorships. That's in the high-end market stations, as well as long-term sponsorships, just to as part of our maintenance campaign. Our maintenance campaign was also strongly anchored in generics that really took the different dates in the year and really anchored our messaging through those, like for instance Heritage Month, or say Save Your Bonus in December, and we found that really resonated with the target markets.
Look, I think it did meet the objectives in the sense that we got a lot of registrations. That means those are people that have received the information but possibly did not have the funds at the time to invest. Now, in terms of investments, we look at it this way. Beginning of the year up until June, we were getting an average 150, 160 million a month, and we only kickstarted our campaign mid-July. In that month, the uptake rose to 400 million. In September, it rose to 800 million. In November, we got 911 million in just 1 month. And in total, from April up until end of January, we had received over 5 billion invested in the product. Having worked on radio, I believe that it is one platform that allows you to interact with your audience. And I think because we've got a product that has a broad target market, it allows us to basically segment that. We were able to send different messages to the different target groups, and also allows us to to be flexible in terms of how we send our messages and to be able to change them, timelessly, so that at the end of the day, it is always relevant. It also allows us to have that interaction with the audience. And I think at the end of the day, when you are marketing a financial product, that's what you need. You need that sort of personalized relationship with people. So radio basically offers us that platform. The best finding has been that radio allows you. It's a platform that allows you to talk to different target markets. It gives you flexibility in terms of your messaging. It allows you to change your messages, during different times and of your campaign. So at the end of the day, I think it's one of those that we are in a position now to basically go out there and actually share with our colleagues in the public sector to say, look, this is basically what we have been able to achieve through the use of radio. And I mean, I know people might say things differently or might see things differently, but I think at the end of the day, it's all a matter of how do you utilize the platform. I mean, it's not a matter of that the platform does not work, because the platform does work, but I think at the end of the day, it's about how you use it in order to maximize your brand and so forth.
You cannot outspend your competitors. You best be very technical, and I think that's what this campaign demonstrates. Is that we're not throwing a lot of money out there because we don't have, but we had to really understand each and every one of these radio station groups, understand what we can and can't do in those stations, and always look to utilize the programming in those stations, because that's what programming does for you. It gives you the environment already. So if you buy into the environment, that's a heck of a lot cheaper than, for instance, creating your own content.